Methods of trade restriction could be either tariff barriers or non-tariff barriers. Today we have tariff barriers of international trade. Let's look what are the types of tariff barriers of international trade. So there are several types of tariff barriers of international trade. Some types of tariff barriers are overlapping, some are not overlapping. Let's look. So before going into the types of tariff barriers, let's look what does tariff mean. So tariff is the tax on import and export of the commodities and services. This is also called the duty, import duty or export duty, or import tax or export tax levied on goods and services. This is imposed by the national government or central government, not by the provincial government or state government. So this is the tariff. The tariff is the import duty or export duty imposed by the national government, levied on goods and services. So these are the types of tariff that I have listed out for you. First one is specific tariff, followed by ad valorem tariff, compound tariff, sliding scale tariff, protective tariff, revenue tariff, and countervailing tariff. Let's look one by one. So first one is specific tariff. Specific tariff is also called the specific duty or the specific tax. So this is the tax on quantity or physical unit of the commodity being imported and exported. That means when we tax on the basis of weight of the commodity, the tax can be imposed on weight of the commodity. Tax can be imposed as per the number of commodities. Tax can be imposed as per the liters of the commodity which is being imported. For example, when we import liquid items, the tax, if the specific tariff is in place, the tax could be the tax on liters. Similarly, the tax can be imposed on barrels of the commodity. For example, when we import crude oil, if specific tariff is in place, the specific tariff here could be tax on barrels of crude oil. So the tax on quantity or physical unit of the commodity being imported or exported is specific tariff. For example, when we import mobile phones from China, the tax could be 500 rupees per mobile phone. That means for importing each mobile phone, the importing company, that means the government will get 500 rupees per mobile phone per mobile phone which is being imported. This is specific tariff. Second one is ad valorem tariff. Ad valorem tariff or ad valorem tax. So ad valorem tariff or ad valorem duty or tax is the tax on value of the goods and or services. For example, if the tax rate is 10% for the mobile phones import worth rupees 10,000, if a 10% is the tax, then 10% of the 10,000 will be 1,000. Then 1,000 will be the tax for the mobile phones worth rupees 10,000. This is ad valorem tariff. This is the tax on value of the commodity or service which is being imported or exported. So the third one is compound tariff or compound duty. Compound tariff or compound duty is the mix of both specific tariff and ad valorem tariff. Both are imposed on a single commodity in tandem at the same time. Both specific and ad valorem tariffs are imposed on a single commodity. This is compound tariff. For example, when we import mobile phones from China, we may tax, our government may tax, impose tax of 500 rupees per mobile phone plus 5% of the price of the mobile phone which is being imported. Then 500 plus 5% of the mobile phone's price. For example, if the price of the mobile phone is 10,000, then 5% of the 10,000 rupees will be 500. Then 500 plus 500 will be the total tax of the commodity which is being imported. This is compound tariff. So fourth one is sliding scale tariff. Sliding scale tariff is a tax which varies with the price as the name suggests. This is the tax that could be varying with the price of the commodity which is being imported or exported. So this could be either specific duty or ad valorem duty. So both ad valorem duty and specific duty cannot be levied on a single commodity in tandem. So it could be either one time it could be specific duty, another time it could be ad valorem duty. For example, when we import the mobile phones from China, when the price of the mobile phones that are being imported from China increased from 10,000 rupees to 12,000 rupees per mobile phone, then tax rate also increases from 1,000 rupees per mobile phone to 1.5 thousand or 1,500 rupees per mobile phone when price of mobile phone increased. This is sliding scale tariff. Tariffs are mainly basically imposed to protect the domestic industries from foreign competition, as the domestic firms are mostly are unable to face the foreign competition. They are not able to sell the commodities at lower prices. That means they are not able to face the competition. Those companies could be mostly infant stage industries or initial stage industries. Then they are not, that means they are not able to face the competition. So that kind of tariff or tariff imposed in that situation could be mostly protective tariff. So another one is revenue tariff. This is the tariff to earn maximum revenue for the government exchequer. In fact, revenue maximization is not the basic aim of the basic intention of the tariff. Basic intention of the tariff is to protect the domestic industries. The secondary objective could be revenue collection for the government, as the revenue is also necessary for the government for running the day-to-day public expenditure. So when the tariff is intended mainly to collect the revenue as much as possible, the tariff will be called revenue tariff. So seventh one is countervailing tariff. So this is the tariff that I have listed last. Countervailing tariff is the tax to counter the export subsidies given by the foreign companies for their domestic companies. So this is the tax in order to count the export subsidies given by the foreign governments for their own domestic firms or domestic companies. So those domestic companies can export the commodities to the other nation, so the tariff imposing nation. So when those companies export commodities, then our government will impose this kind of tariff to counter the export subsidy or the benefits or the concessions given by the foreign governments for their domestic government. This is in fact not fair trade. This is something fabricated trade, not fair, as not free and fair competition will not happen if this kind of help is given by the foreign governments. So then these kinds of efforts will be countered by the government through this kind of tariff that is called countervailing tariff. This is to regulate the import from those nations. This is in fact basically to protect the domestic industries as well. So these are the 7 types of tariff. Some types of tariff are overlapping. For example, the countervailing tariff itself, it could be the specific tariff, it could be ad valorem tariff, it could be compound tariff, it could be revenue tariff, it could be protective tariff. So the types of tariff are mostly overlapping. So these are the 7 types of tariff. Thank you.